So in this tapping video, I'm going to be showing you the basics of tapping, the points where we tap, and I'll take you through an example of a setup statement and an example round of tapping. All right, so to begin, we always start with the side of the hand, and this is on the fleshy point on the pinky side. And the pressure is not very hard, it's not too soft, it's just right. And then we move to the eyebrow point, which is right at the start of the eyebrow. Next, we move to the side of the eye. Not so much the temple way back here. We're kind of keeping it more on the bone. Then under the eye. And you want to use 2 fingers at least. And then under the nose. And then on the chin. This is like right at the top of the chin here. And then on the collarbone. And right here, see the collarbone? It's kind of like right where your fingers would land, okay? And you can tap both sides. You can tap one side, or you can use one hand and cover both sides. And then under the arm. And this point is kind of on the rib cage, underneath the armpit. And then we do top of the head. And with the top of the head, we just use our whole hand, not necessarily fingers, just the whole head, hand. Yeah. And so we begin with a setup statement, and it usually goes something like this. Even though I am feeling some strong emotions, I choose to love and accept myself anyways. And we say it like that because it is a bit of reverse psychology, talking to the subconscious mind. And it's usually the subconscious mind that is running the show a little bit when we are in an intense emotional state. So by setting it up this way, even though, and I choose to love and accept myself, and anyways, these are all words that we're using to make it easier to accept the feeling instead of resist the feeling. Now, of course, there might be a part of you that's like, why would I accept feeling intense emotions? I don't want to feel intense emotions. But it's this resistance that we're working with, because when we resist, we suppress and repress, and then it ends up getting stuck in our body. So here's an example round of tapping, and I will use the emotion of nervousness, because I might be feeling a little nervous doing this video right now. So coming to the side of the hand, even though I'm feeling nervous, I choose to accept how I feel. Anyways, even though I feel nervous, I choose to honor how I feel anyways. Even though I feel nervous, I choose to deeply and completely honor and accept how I feel. I'm feeling nervous. Now, as we go through these points, I'm just going to start riffing and maybe venting a little bit, okay? I feel nervous. There's a part of me that feels nervous. This part of me that's nervous isn't quite sure. This part of me that's nervous doesn't know if it's safe. This part of me that's nervous, it remembers times when it wasn't safe. This part of me that's nervous is just trying to keep me safe. I feel nervous. I feel nervous. And so, usually at the end, I put my hand on my heart, I take a deep breath. And so, this is one round of tapping. And you can just keep tapping on the points and keep riffing and talking about what comes up in your mind when you think about being nervous. What is my body trying to tell me? What, because the emotions really are indicators of something, you know? And so instead of coming at it with this energy of no, we're now learning how to come to it with an energy of, huh, I'm curious about this. And with this kind of an energy, you can really start, and with the tapping practice as well, you can really start to move things. And these emotions, they come, but they go. They come, but they don't stick around. They come, but they don't put you in a freeze state. With a little bit more of a practice and more practice, tapping every day is a wonderful goal. I don't expect you to start tapping every day right off the bat. But if you do, how wonderful is that? Welcome to your tapping practice.